Good afternoon from Kirksville, Missouri. There we got the red button. We're live. All right. Good afternoon from Kirksville, Missouri. This is Randy Curvin, and this is Rant and Randy's Rant for the 18th day of February 2021. Oh, where in the hell does he start other than beat the damn Republican elephant? They're a bunch of idiots, particularly Ted Cruz, Lion Ted. You remember him. Uh, his poor little daughters wanted to go to Cancun. So, being a good dad, he had to take them down there. Regardless, people in his state are dying. That shows how much he cares about constituents. Not a damn bit. It's all about him and his privilege for he and his daughters. And I guess for his wife, too. Didn't hear anything about Heidi. I guess she's hiding. Ha! Oh, let's see. Oh, that's some fine priorities, Lion Ted. Um, and I want people to just think about what if they had left the Union and declared independence from the Union. Uh, they would have had no other country to help them, and the way they're set up. Well, besides that, let's go here next. Hey, by the way, Republicans, wind turbines work in Antarctica because they are weatherized. Again, saving money, but Greg Abbott goes uh, on state TV, Fox News, and tries to blame it on Democrats and Green Deal. Yeah, yeah, you lying piece of shit. And you've let your people down again. You tell the truth on regular media, but you get on state TV and you have to lie your ass off. And it's another Texas failure, uh, like so many times before. No snow removal equipment like snow plows and an ice melt truck that goes out with the first plow and spreads the ice melt behind it while the next truck comes along to scoop up other snow. No, you can't go there because that would cost money. I'll get back into that in a minute. The biggest story that I saw today was Perseverance lands on Mars, uh, and it was quite a different landing. The delivery system by retro rocket to slow down the descent, and it was lowered by cable. And the lander zooms out to crash away from the rover, and this time a drone. That was my page 5. Let's start back with Abbott in Texas. Texas Governor uh, Greg Abbott blaming Democrats for blackouts and power outages. And of course, that was on Fox News. Millions of Texans lose power and no end in sight. This is political posturing and completely shows what's important to the right. Fascists protecting the large corporations. And yesterday on Ash Wednesday, uh, one of 45 Trump Plaza casino in Atlantic City was imploded into dust. I thought it was ironic. It went to dust on Ash Wednesday. Uh, Another brand gone. CNN source says McConnell laughed when he heard what 45 said about him. You know, it's fun to watch their party while it burns down. 45 was on state TV, still talking about a stolen election. And I'll get to more on that later on. back to Texas, Republicans again blaming Democrats for being unprepared because of their own deregulation. Uh, please just shut up. Uh, why do you have to make everything about politics, particularly when your state chose to be that way? That's called small government, baby, and that's what you get with small government. Saving the big corporations money is now cost. I think it was 16 Texan lives. Suck it up, Buttercup. You lost an election. That's what this is about. People are suffering, freezing, and having pipes burst. Uh, and Don Lemon last night talked with Houston's police chief. He talked about the shortcuts that were taken to save money. Now people are paying for it with their lives. And Texas is doing what Republicans do, blame someone else for those mistakes. Never is it their fault. Uh, that is the way of the fascist party rolls. Uh, weather is delaying vaccines and vaccinations, my state included. Grace and I are on a long waiting list to be vaccinated because they have run out, and this was last month. Uh, and let's go back to Texas again. 20 years ago in Texas, same thing happened. In 1989, a cold snap, same thing. Texas never learns, particularly uh, they are standalone power grid, so it's not like they can borrow from other states. Uh, they don't like regulation, and now the people of Texas suffer. Texas likes small government, on the right at least. There's a whole lot of folks that live in Texas and they ain't on the right. Uh, Biden's Americans want everything in my COVID-19 relief bill. Um, this is something that the president has to get a move on. Unemployment is going to run out on March 14th, and also the matter of stimulus check. This has been an extreme weather month of February, and I'm sure other people have experienced the extra expenses like Grace and I have. And I can tell you, baby, it don't take $400 to put us behind. We shelled out close to 200 for an extra heater, and that's going to hurt. It's a whole lot of month left. Uh, and I also heard this last night on Rachel. If you test positive for COVID, there is no treatment available early on that might keep you out of the hospital. Uh, monoclonal, mono, no wonder she said it's unpronounceable. Monoclonal, uh, you know what I'm talking about, the antibody treatment. Mild symptoms, and within the first 10 days of testing positive, there are hundreds of thousands of doses around the country, of which 70% haven't been used. Find out at the hhs.gov website to find out how you can get that treatment. You would go to your doctor, have them to find out if they can get it sent to them, because if you get that, you may not have to be in the hospital. Okay, here's the story I wanted to talk about. 45 was on state TV, Fox Views, so now I'm forced to report it. 45. He claimed he actually won that election. If stolen from the Democrats, he said, you wouldn't had you would have had riots all over the place. If that happened to a Democrat, we don't have the same support in at certain levels of the Republican system. In other words, he was unhappy because there weren't more riots because he is claiming a stolen election. He wanted more violence. And of course, Fox spews going to let him say anything he wants, just like they let Greg Abbott lie his ass off about Texas. And we also found out that a conservative activist, his son, and a member of a metal band, and a UCLA student, all picked up on riot charges on January 6th. 220 have been arrested so far, and they ain't through, baby. Uh, there we go. My hands are dry because I'm doing the right thing. I use sanitizer with moisturizer in it, but even at that, it leaves them dry enough that paper is sometimes a problem. President Biden, this nation is not nearly as divided as we make it out to be. I think that is true, but what has been brought out is uh, 20 to 25% are white nationalists that want to overthrow our government. That's not going away easily. The way to fight that is true, brothers and sisters. The 14th Amendment, Section 3, must be invoked on 45. Two former Republicans from my state of Missouri, uh, former Senator Danforth and former Congressman Coleman, uh, 45 poses existential threat to American democracy. There can be no serious dispute that 45 engaged in insurrection within the meaning of Section 3. Congress can and must pursue an alternative path to protecting our republic from a future uh, 45 presidency. Section uh, 3 of the 14th Amendment. And that's about all I got today. Keep it short and sweet today. I believe we gained one more subscriber to um, Rant and Randy's Rant on YouTube. If so, I'm glad to hear that. It's growing slowly. I think that will put us at 210. Uh, and like I said, have said in the past, I do this 6 days a week and it's free. It's free for all to watch. I think I just got some money sent by paypal.me/Randall with a capital letter R and capital letter CURVIN, run together, not spaced. And that does help out. And I'll find out who that is and be able to have the, uh, let's see, this is Tuesday, right? I tell you what, I stay mixed up. No, wait a minute. This is Thursday because we were supposed to have trash picked up, but from the dumpster. But evidently, somebody had their car parked in the wrong place. They weren't able to get to the dumpster, and that's the reason I know it's Thursday. All these days are still running together, but I tell you what, I feel a lot better every day when I get up. knowing that the Republican idiot that they are still adoring is no longer president. And Biden hadn't even been in a month, and his popularity is at 62%. More than that wants everything in the American Rescue Plan of COVID relief. And they need to get going fast on that. There's a lot of us out here hurting. We need the money. We don't need unemployed people to suffer more than they already are. And like I was saying, each of us has needs right now. All this winter weather, COVID, and everything else is costing a lot more money than we would normally be putting out. And why? To keep ourselves safe, whether it's double masking, social distancing, or whatever it takes, brothers and sisters. I am guaranteeing you, I'm going to keep my ass safe, and I know you will too. All right, I want you to go down and like and share. And if you're new, subscribe, help us out. We'll keep this going. We're going to have to keep pushing and keep pointing out the different things that Republicans are going to still do at the state level to try to suppress the vote, particularly of minorities. They don't like people voting. Voting is democracy, but they don't like that part of democracy. They want an autocracy. All right, leave you with peace, resist, persist. And I insist you keep calling 202-224-3121 and let all senators know they need to get on board. They need to get this COVID-19 relief out there. It's needed now. We can't keep waiting around. All right. Have a good one, and I'll see you later on at the meeting. And have a good evening. And I appreciate your time. Thank you. Bye bye. Share this shit.